Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars and welcome to my review for the 8th episode in Season 3 of the Grand Tour. And this episode is called International Buffoons Vacation. Now, any of you who know these guys and have followed these guys in Top Gear or the Grand Tour will probably know their hatred for caravanning and caravanning holidays. And so what we get this week is another special, although it's not a two-parter. It's an hour and 20 minutes long, I believe it is, this episode. So it's an extended episode, and it's a special. And these guys go over to the US to go on an RV holiday. So I was really excited for this, because every time these guys go anywhere near caravans or anything, it's usually really funny. And I have to say, this week was a highlight of this series for me. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this week's episode. And they start out over in the US, and there's just one RV between the three of them, and it's a pretty banged up old one, and all they're doing for the first section of this film is moaning and griping about holidays and RVs and things like that. And then they give up, they stop, and they decide they're going to have an RV each, and they're going to kit it out exactly how they want it. So they do that. So a couple of days later, they've all got their own RV. James May turns his RV into basically an English pub, it's done brilliantly as well. Clarkson turns his RV into like a boat on land, so you can drive it in the cab, or you can drive it on top as a boat, and it's got a jet ski on the back of it. And Hammond basically buys a truck and converts that into an RV, and puts like a dirt bike on the back. So they all do it their own way, which is great. And they set off to drive around the US in these RVs and have a holiday. The first night they stay over in this awful RV camp with a scrapyard next to it, and that's quite funny. Some shenanigans take place there, and I think Hammond comes out with the cracking line of "I do prefer the Lake District" when they're looking at this scrapyard. One of them gets burgled in the night by the others and steals all the clothes. And all throughout this episode, Clarkson keeps seeing this guy, this racing car driver, in the distance. And I basically am guessing that this is the American that they had in the first series that were driving the cars. You know, remember that grumpy American from series 1? I think it was him, but it never really reveals who it is. They do some dune racing in some buggies that James May moans about. He would rather look at something cultural, but they convince him to go dune racing, and he actually ends up really loving it. And I have to say, it looked huge fun. It looked so much fun, the dune racing that they do. Really good fun. Hammond has kitted out his truck to talk to aliens, which he tries one night, and if you've seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind, you know the kind of talking to aliens he attempts, and it doesn't go well, as it never does, that sort of thing. They go to a racetrack to test out some cars. I think Hammond's in some like kind of huge powerful 4x4, May's in a Cadillac because he wants comfort, and Clarkson's in a bonkers Corvette going around this racetrack doing races. And one of them ends up giving their car away to a tramp, which is obviously set up, you know, but it was funny anyway. There's some excitement happens in the episode when one of the RVs fails to stop, so they have to like do like a pincer movement to like the other two come in each side to slow it down. Now I don't know if that was set up or not, but it was bloody good telly, and it was exciting to watch and lots of fun. And they finish with a huge demolition derby at the end. So for me, a huge entertaining episode of the Grand Tour. Like I say, it was an hour and 20 minutes long, extended more than usual, and I think for me one of the best specials they've done in a long time, because like I say, for me it's a personal highlight when they do anything with caravans, because everything they've ever done with caravans on Top Gear in the past has been brilliant stuff, and this is no exception. Really fun, really funny to watch. Genuinely one of my favourite episodes, I think, of the Grand Tour. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Hugely strongest episode this series, so yeah, get it watched, guys. It's huge fun. So that's my review for the episode 8 in the Grand Tour. I hope you enjoyed the review, and of course I will see you next week for another review of the Grand Tour, and it will be episode 9. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time on Screen Stars.